Hi family, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well, inshallah. So today we are going to make a special treat. We're going to make a vanilla custard cream filled donuts. Okay fams, so I'm just going to get straight into it. What you'll need is 500 grams of high grade flour. So this is the strong flour that you'd use to make pizza dough. It's got more protein in it, so it's perfect for making donuts. Okay, but if you only have all-purpose flour or plain flour, that's okay, just use what you have. And we've got 5 grams of salt. I'm only using 5 grams of salt because over here I'm using salted butter. Okay, we've got 10 grams of active dry yeast. In here we've got 60 grams of caster sugar, 4 whole eggs, 125 grams of butter that I've just softened a little bit in the microwave, and 125 mils of cold water. So all these ingredients are gonna make our dough for our donuts. Now if you have a what do you call it, a mixer, you can do your dough using a mixer and just mix it up for about it should only take about 5 or 6 minutes. But however, I'm going to be using my hands, and I'm just going to do my dough by hand, which I don't mind because I like to get in there with the dough. So here's our flour. Now we're going to add in our salt, our yeast, and I'm just going to mix that around before I add in the sugar. Now we're going to add in our sugar, caster sugar. This is going to be so yummy family. This is a treat, okay? This is sometimes food, but it's so worth it. There's a few steps to it and a bit of a process, but I tell you, it's going to be worth it. Okay, now just making a little well in the center. I'm going to go ahead and add in our eggs. And also our water. And I'm just going to lightly mix those together using the spoon. So this is going to be quite a sticky dough. Okay, so if you're doing this by hand, just a heads up, your hands are going to be sticky. But as you keep kneading the dough, it will start to pull away from you as you get near. So what I'm going to do, family, is I'm going to start kneading this, and I'm going to slowly incorporate our butter. And what I'm aiming for is like a nice, smooth, elastic kind of dough. This will make sure that our donuts, once we cook them, and they come out nice and fluffy. So let me do that, and when I come back to you, I'll show you the dough after I've kneaded it. So I'm going to be kneading this for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So be back soon, family. Okay fams, so you can see our dough, it's looking nice and smooth now. I've been kneading it for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and you can see it's nice and elasticy and very nice and smooth. Still a bit sticky, but that's okay. So that's how you want the texture, the consistency of your dough to be. Everything nice and smooth, and it's not fully sticking to the whole dough's not fully sticking to your hand. It comes away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to oil this bowl, put our dough inside, cover it up with Glad wrap or plastic film, and I'm going to put it in a warm place and allow it to proof for about 2 hours. Okay, until we want it at least doubled in size. So I'll do that, and when I come back, we'll start making our custard. Okay, family, see you soon. Okay, whānau, now we're going to make our custard for our vanilla cream custard filling to go inside our donuts. So now we're going to make homemade custard. Okay, now what you need is 400 mils of whole milk. And I tell you, family, you can't beat homemade custard, alright? It is just like one of the best things ever. And you can just serve it with fresh fruit, like custard fruit salad. You can have it with your cakes, anything, and it tastes so delicious. It's way better than the stuff you buy at the shop. And so to our milk, we're going to need 200 mils of full cream. And it's so easy to make custard at home. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on the stove on the heat and slowly bring it to a boil while we make our custard thickening. Okay, family, won't be long. Alright, now let's start on our custard. So in my bowl, if you can see, I've got 4 egg yolks, and I'm just going to add 80 grams of caster sugar and 2.5 tablespoons of corn flour. And we're just going to whisk those together. Okay, just whisking our eggs, our egg yolks, our corn flour, and our caster sugar together. Because what we want is this will come to a like a pale color. So the more you whisk it, the more paler it becomes. And then we're going to once our milk and cream mixture comes to a slight boil, we're going to tip it into our bowl, into our egg mixture, give it a good stir around, and then put it on the heat and cook it until it's thickened. And then once it's thick, we're going to add in our last ingredient, which will be 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract or vanilla essence. Okay fam, that's all it is. That's how you make vanilla custard. That's as easy as it goes, and it's so good. So I'm just gonna carrying on whisking up our egg mixture. It's nearly there. You can see the colors. It started off with a bright yellow, now it's getting fairer. Doesn't take long. Okay, that's about the color you want. That's perfect. So once the milk comes to boil, I will add it into our mixture and stir it around, whisk it continuously, and then I'm going to put it back into the pot, the same pot that I'm heating up our milk and cream, and then cook it off. But once I get to that stage, cooking it on the stove, I'll come back and I'll show you. Okay family, won't be long.